Good morning. Happy Monday. Yeah, let's just get into the weigh-in.
Hello. It's ready. 377.6 pounds.
What?
377.6 pounds.
So, sorry I started the vlog this morning and it's now 8:09. I have lost weight. Let me fix this a little bit. From last week, I think I'm down 3 or 4 pounds. But that's not the exciting part, obviously. The exciting part is that I'm officially down 100.1 pounds since my highest weight. My highest weight was in I think it was March 16th, 2021. And I remember March 16th because it was my birthday. That's when I had my doctor's appointment and kind of everything changed that day. I just kind of wanted to talk about a couple things in regards to my weight loss, my journey, how I'm doing. So I've been 300 and above the whole time I've been with my husband. From the time we started, seeing each other, to dating, to engagement, marriage, and so on and so forth. I weighed about 377. The last time I did, Sadie was maybe 2 or 3. So it's been a very, very, very long time that I've been above 400. Things went south when my dad passed away back in 2018. Yeah, and then, the pandemic happened and things really got bad for me. And then that's when I reached my highest. So anyway, I've been asked a couple times today, how it feels to have reached this huge milestone. And while I'm very proud of myself, I sort of feel so I've reached it. Am I gonna keep going though? I don't know how to really explain how I feel other than I've done weight loss so many different times in my life. I was overweight from a young kid. Second grade, I think, is when I started to become overweight. And by fourth grade, I was already starting to want to lose weight, and I was being given goals and things that I could have done, hair coloring and piercings and all these different things. I wanted to join dance, but I was too heavy to join dance, so tried to lose weight. None of them worked. Obviously, I really needed to do therapy and work on myself. But back then, even my whole trichotillomania thing, which is hair pulling, that wasn't really addressed. Anyway, so I just sort of feel I've been down this road before where I've reached big milestones, or not even big milestones, but I've reached milestones or goals that I've given myself. And it's okay, well, this year I've lost a total of 8 pounds. And that feels like such a low number. But I could have gained. I could be back above 400. So I'm trying to keep that perspective, because I could have gained that weight instead of lost it. I could be back where I was a year ago at 420. I think that's where I was about a year ago. I could be there, but I'm not. And I don't know. I just feel I'm not going to reach my next goal of 125 pounds down, and then 150, and then 175, and then 200. I just feel those just aren't going to happen. I'm never going to reach 350, and then 325. I just feel that's just probably not going to happen. And I don't know why I'm being so negative. I don't know if it's because I've just got a lot of negative things going on right now in my life, which are, everything is just completely out of my control, which sucks. Like that's where I struggle the most, is when things are out of my control and all I can do is try to be positive. And I'm not a praying person, so I don't pray, but I give positive vibes. I try to think positive. I try to bring positive messages to the people that are being affected, and that's kind of what I do. And I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't feel like enough because the situation is out of anybody's control. Anyway, I don't want to go down that road because then I'll start crying, and I finally have kind of leveled out. I get emotional about this situation, but for the most part, I am able to stay pretty level-headed, and I feel pretty good because I was obviously comforting myself with food for a couple weeks, and while thankfully I didn't gain much, I still gained, but I lost. I worked really hard last week, and I realized that certain people, like my dad, wouldn't want me to cope with what I'm going through right now with food. Same with my mom and my brothers, and just people that love me. They don't want me to hurt myself by stuffing food into my mouth, which is essentially what I was doing. So I worked hard this week. I tried to cut back on my eating. I tried to just eat better. I didn't eat out all week. I did have a Little Caesars pizza today, which was, oh my God, it tasted so good. They had a sale. It was a $5 hot and ready. So yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about where I am right now. I'm proud of myself. Of course I am. I've worked really, really hard to get from 477 pounds down to 377 pounds. So, and I have a lot of battle wounds to show for it. My fat here, I know that doesn't look, I'm not able to get a good, I'll show you guys some other time. I can't, okay, this is sort of a good, look at that. All this loose skin. It's so flobby bobby. I don't know. So yeah, I've got a lot of loose skin. I have indents in my stomach that never used to be there. And I don't I'm not ashamed of these bits and pieces of me. I'm actually really proud, and I think that they're beautiful parts of me because it's a huge vision of who I was, and I'm losing that person, and that person is melting away. Melting away. But anyway, I'm not giving up. I know it's taken me 3 years to lose this 100 pounds, but slow and steady wins the race. And this is the most consistent I've ever been. Even if I just sort of my numbers are just really slow and then spike up, and then it's literally the most consistent I have ever been with allowing myself to work on myself and lose weight and try to keep it off. So you would think that I would be bursting with joy. And honestly, as you heard in the recording of me weighing in twice, I was like, what? And I wish that I would have recorded the moment that after I weighed in. That was, oh my God. I was just no way. I was blown away. It was really cool. But yeah, I don't know. Basically, my motto for this whole time has been one day at a time, one meal at a time. I have logged foods into MyFitnessPal just to remind myself of the calories and everything, and to get myself used to the idea of okay, this is a normal amount that I should be eating. And I sometimes go back and log into MyFitnessPal. I don't do it very often, but I will log it in MyFitnessPal just as a reminder of okay, these are the calories you've consumed, you're good, don't worry about it. I've made healthier snacking choices like yogurt instead of chips, or I'll try to get whole wheat bread instead of white bread, or English muffins even instead of something else. Trying to eat at home more than eating out, which that's my biggest struggle and still is to this day, even though for the last week I've managed to not until today. But yeah, it's just one day at a time, one change at a time. That's been the biggest one, is just one change. And it's not even like forever. Like I did a challenge for myself to give up pop for a month. I did that, and then I made it for the rest of the year. So it started September 1st of 20, I think that was 2021 actually. And then I made it through the rest of the year without soda. And then in 2022 I started drinking it a little bit, but like I really don't even have it that often. I'll have a Coke several times a week maybe to help wake myself up, but even then I don't have it like all the time. And I drink water. I drink a lot of water. And I've just been trying to find different foods that I enjoy and just trying to eat better. And honestly, that's kind of all that you can do, is just one change, to get one change at a time, one step at a time, even if it's baby steps. It is all working towards getting, it's working towards getting you to be a better, healthier you. Therapy has been huge for all of this. I have learned so many other better coping skills. And while I still struggle with coping, like what's been the bombshell in my life, coping with that was hard. I turned to food, and there were days where I just didn't even know what to do with myself, and I just sat outside and just listened to nature. And it was the most peaceful thing. And I'm glad I did that, because that was a healthy coping alternative. Normally I would journal, but I haven't journaled this yet at all. I'm not the weight loss, but this huge bombshell that I can't talk about it right now. This bombshell was like just dropped in my life, and it's just really like, it was very difficult to process, and I still haven't journaled. And my therapist was like, that's okay. Like, journaling works for you, but you're also doing these other things. And like, I explained to her how I was eating like crap, and I just didn't care. And like, I've been having like such unfair thoughts, and like, I wish I could delve into what's going on so I could explain, but I can't. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have any questions for me, because I didn't start my journey on here full-fledged until a year ago, and since then I thought I lost 60 pounds last year, but no, because in the last year I dropped from like 415 pounds down to 377 pounds. So I started last year at like 430s. So I mean, I guess I'm close to 60 pounds down now. But anyway, I really didn't start documenting things until last year. And yeah, if you guys have questions, let me know. I can try to answer, whatever in an upcoming video, the best that I can. I am going to start getting back into vlogging. I have garden updates that I want to give you, flower updates. I worked a lot on my backyard. I did a lot of coloring, which you saw in my community posts if you saw them there. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about all I got for now. I'm really warm. I am done with work for today, and it's my weekend. So I just want to enjoy the rest of today. And this is crazy long now, but I'm going to edit, so hopefully it'll cut down a minute or two. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you probably next week for a full-fledged vlog. Bye, guys. Also, very sorry if this thing felt everywhere. I wasn't trying to be everywhere, but I feel like I was everywhere. I don't know, but okay. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know what this is, but please do so. Yeah.